Chris Paul, CP3, or Giannis, your brother?
My dog. I trust Giannis Antetokounmpo more. I said his Greek name because I don't know how he's going to perform tonight.
What?
I trust Giannis more, though, in his simple self. Yeah. Giannis is doing this. He's ascending while Chris Paul is descending, if we can be honest. Yeah, Chris Paul started out game 1, 32 points. We were like, my goodness, CP3 doing that thing. Game 2, 23 points. Okay, CP3 still got the dub. It's all good. Game 3, 19 points, huh? You made your fewest field goals in Game 3. As the game is wearing on and the series is wearing on, Chris Paul, statistically at least, is wearing down. Giannis, however, Game 1, 20 points. Remember, a week away from a hyperextended knee. Game 2, 42 points. Game 3, 41 points, albeit in less minutes. As the series is going on, Giannis is getting better. I think Giannis is to be more trusted because if we peel back all the layers and just don't even talk about basketball, talk about common sense. One is 26. One is 36. One is in his 16th year in the NBA, being Chris Paul, and has played the third most games of his career this season. This deep in the run. Giannis has played 8 years in the NBA and has played the third fewest games of his career this season. So if you're just simply talking about who's more acclimated for this distance race, who is more physically and mentally suited to be able to endure a lengthy series, it has to be Giannis. I think about, Chris Paul's never really even played a full conference finals. Remember the conference finals this year? He missed the first 2 games, COVID.
Come on, man. That's the universe. Come on, man.
I don't make the news. I just report it.
You're an anti-vaxxer. I can tell right there. Look at you go blame Chris Paul.
He missed the first 2 games. Remember 2018 when he was with the Rockets, conference finals against the Warriors. He didn't make it through that series with the hamstring injury. So Chris Paul has never actually had to endure a full playoff run, let alone a full playoff run to and through the finals. So I trust Giannis because, as one, Chris Paul is wearing down, Giannis is getting better, and Giannis is just younger. It's no indictment on Chris Paul. He's just 36 to Giannis is 26. Year 16 to year 8. Somebody is built for this moment physically and anatomically, and another person is just trying to survive this moment, which is Chris Paul.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm going to go on the other side of this because I respect experience more so than you. And also, let's just talk on this red-hot real estate market. I respect equity more than you.
That's true.
Hopefully I'll be your Redfin agent because, boy, you're going to get waxed if you don't respect equity more than you do. You want to bring up the birth certificates. Let's do that. Because let's translate that beyond the common sense layer. Let's just make that a practical conversation. One is 36 and one is 26. And you want me to believe that the 26-year-old is the one I should trust more.
Yes, sir.
But I'm watching this show when I'm not here, sometimes on DVR called Speak for Yourself. And one is 46 and one is 30. Yeah, I understand that youngster got those 2 MVPs and Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, I know that 30-year-old got Emmys and Emmy nods. But damn it, that 46-year-old is the best leader I've ever seen. I mean, he has endured co-host killer, as they call him. Like, everybody comes and goes, but he is the rock that holds this thing down. That's who I trust, the rock. Not this just shooting star by the name of Ugo. Let me get serious over here. Hey, you better stop playing. This Chris Paul. You giving me numbers from Giannis that are amazing in losses. In losses. That's the problem. You want to win an Emmy, but the show ain't won one, and you happy. Give us one. We want ours, too. Not just you. Us. We. And that's why I love Chris Paul in this situation. Chris Paul, yeah, first game just to set the tone. You know what it is. It's kickoff. Kickoff. Bring it in. With that strength coach who didn't go past JUCO, who is just too aggressive. Hey, bring it in. We gonna set the tone. Right, guys? We're like, no, we are. You ain't gonna do jack. You gonna sit there and talk. Chris Paul ain't gonna just talk. He gonna walk. That's why he set the tone in game 1, as you said. Game 2, another win. Hey, Devin Booker, where you at? Oh, Devin Booker, okay. Game 3, damn, Devin. I thought we was gonna share this experience. I kind of let off the gas a little bit to allow you to shine because that's best for us. I am respected. I'm 36 years old. Now, Chris Paul's like, we got to go back out there and let me lead the charge. Let me be the wedge buster. Let me set the tone. So this is the problem with Giannis. 2 losses and 1 win, even though 3 great games. Is Giannis in a place right now where he can activate the others consistently to get not only his numbers, but to get the W. That's what I don't trust. So, yeah, Giannis is going to ball. I guarantee you Giannis is going to go for 40 because that's what Giannis does. However, are they going to do what they need to do to support that? That's why I trust Chris Paul. He'll activate others.
Okay, I like that. I like where you're going. And I also understand why it is that you so closely gravitate to and can assimilate with Chris Paul. Because y'all both been on 5 teams in the last 5 years. So I fully get it, Marcellus Wiley. My dog been on shows with a whole bunch of different sidekicks. So I understand that you, like Chris Paul, are a nomad.
Yeah,
at least the people around you are. Look, Sel,
Come on.
all seriousness.
Let's go.
You went to a good layer. Chris Paul, however, needs more people to activate around him because Chris Paul's game is predicated to a degree upon assists.
Yep.
But how can you assist when Devin Booker is 1 for 7 in one game for 3 and 1 for 8 in another game from 3? Chris Paul, more than Giannis's game, is predicated upon the necessity of other people. I need high pick and rolls. Yep. I got to get to the elbow so I can hit a fadeaway jumper because mano-a-mano, I can't just shoot over you. I can't overpower you. I can't run through you, and I can't Euro step around you. I have to navigate and tactfully maneuver around the helps of other big bodies to create my own shot. Chris Paul needs more help than Giannis needs to deliver. As a result, let me just trust a dude who can essentially deliver single-handedly. Middleton and Jrue Holiday ain't been balling.
No,
Not like they was balling against the Hawks. Let's make note. Against the Hawks, Middleton was 38 points, 35 points. Maybe Middleton is the Batman. So Giannis is being able to do it by himself. Dude has a combined 83 points and 25 boards in the last 2 games. Meanwhile, Chris Paul is just trying to find his way. The other thing I look at is, man, CP3 Sale, he's
Don't go to that place. You're going to go there.
He's playing tight because he's competing from a fear of failure. Why do I say this?
Let's go.
Chris Paul already was up 2-0, and LeBron was tweeting 1 down, 3 to go. Then he went up after 1. Then he went up after 2-0, 2 down, 2 to go. Chris Paul, everybody was already considering, okay, we're having conversations of is he going to win finals MVP? Not even is he going to win the finals. You and I on this show, along with a plethora of other shows, are starting to discuss is he going to win the best player? We're assuming he's going to win the finals.
Yeah.
But now the Giannis just stole one. Giannis is now getting the comparisons to statistical Michael Jordan in NBA Finals. Now Chris Paul's looking around like, dang, am I enough? That which I fear the most has befallen me. The same thing that CP3 fears is like, I usually get hurt, but now I'm not hurt. Now my game is just hurt. Am I going to start to struggle? I think that Giannis is just kind of competing with house money. 2 40-point games compared to Shaq, compared to Jordan. Everybody already counted him out. He's a Robin. He's not a closer. And now all of a sudden, he's doing what everybody doubted he ever could do. Chris Paul, nobody ever doubted him. They doubted if he could stay healthy, but they didn't doubt if he could ball. Now he's healthy. Can he ball?
I like that. I like that. You're taking me, a little sneaky jab right there. Okay. What was that? Was that Steph Curry and Canelo when they were on the golf green? Yeah. He hit that boy so fast. Steph Curry's like, jump shot. Eat that. How can you be playing with house money if you're Giannis and you're down in this series 2-1 and the other team has home court advantage? So the house, which is home court, is not in your favor right now. Put that card in the ATM, and it says insufficient funds. Unless you grew up like I did, the 46-year-old. We used to be able to go to the bank and get $10 out. See, y'all can't do that now. 20 minimum, huh? You rich. See, I used to go to the bank, hit them with a 10 speak. Then I show up and I ain't gonna even talk about that. All I know is you could have a couple of dates on $10 back in my days. Now I'm looking at this situation simply as this. Giannis, I hate to do this because the way I like to approach broadcasting, that's why I've been doing it for 20 plus years. I mean, I'm amazing, is because I like to prop people up. I don't like to tear them down. And if I have to tear you down, it's going to be your performance, not you, the performer. But let's talk about these performances that I must tear down because Giannis is putting himself in bad company, brother. Giannis is shooting 28% from outside of the paint, worst by a player in the finals series since 2015. And 4th worst since 1980. Okay, but you trust that, huh? 4th worst outside the paint since 1980. But, hey, my boy, trust him. Okay, what about three-point percentage? For some reason, he think he can shoot threes. I lost the game of pig yesterday to my little nephew, Luca, because I thought I could shoot threes. He was like, P-I-G, on my face, making layups. I thought I could make threes. He's shooting 22% from out there. 4th worst in the finals since 1980. Okay. And then from the free throw line, everybody giving him props and giving him flowers, and he's shooting 66%. Well, I guess you got to give him props when he used to shoot 54% from the line coming into the finals. But once again, that's still fourth worst among players to average this many points in the finals since 1980. In three major categories, and you're talking about Euro stepping in the part of his game, three major categories since 1980, he's fourth worst. But I guess because he's Ugo, you trust him to be the guy that's going to lead them. How?
Here's how I trust him.
Have home court.
The only reason I truly trust him is because Giannis has at least been closer before in physical endurance and in mental endurance. Meaning this.
Closer to what?
Closer to an NBA Finals before than Chris Paul. Why do I say that?
What? Giannis up 3-1 before Chris Paul.
Giannis went to and completed, albeit lost, in the conference finals 2 years ago. Remember, he went to and loses. Then Giannis this year plays the entirety of the conference. Well, he gets hurt, but he goes through the rigors, if you will. I just think, Sel, that
something else wrong with Rick.
This moment is starting to show itself as big for some of the Suns players.
Like who?
Devin Booker, for certain.
He had one bad game.
Two bad shooting performances. Two
True,
terrible shooting performances.
Okay. No lie.
Here's what I mean. Chris Paul is dependent upon Book.
Yes,
he's dependent upon Ayton. He's dependent upon Bridges. Giannis isn't dependent upon those dudes. Two biggest stat lines for Giannis is going to be points and boards. Two biggest stat lines for CP is going to be points and assists. Why does it matter? It's no coincidence that the most veteran player when it comes to NBA Finals appearances for the Suns is shooting the best. Jay Crowder. 9 for 12 from three the last two games. Jay Crowder's the only Suns player that plays legitimized minutes that's been to the finals before.
Okay.
Meanwhile, over a same two-game stretch, Jay Crowder over 2 games is 9 for 12 from three. You can pull 2 games from this series from Devin Booker.
Right now.
2 of 15 from three. It's no coincidence that the person who has been here before on the Suns is playing the best. Why does that matter? Because if CP3 has to lean on Book, which we know he has to lean on, if CP3 got to lean on Book and Book's not there to be leaned on, you know how they do. Trust fall, and Booker don't catch him.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, that's problematic. That's why I trust Giannis, because Giannis just doesn't need any more help. But the last thing I'm going to say, my final nugget, Chris Paul, remember, NBA history, he has the most multi-game leads blown in NBA playoff history. Up 2-0, Chris Paul can blow a lead. Up 3-1, Chris Paul blows a lead. So the most multi-game leads blown in NBA playoff history is Chris Paul.
Wow. You talking about Chris Paul, CP3, the same guy we watching in this series. Let's just go back his last 4 games. I got to include that great game he had to close out my Clippers. Shooting 60% from the field, a guard. 63% from three, CP3. Okay, but you don't trust him. All right, let me give you this. Because you broke it down, and you broke it down in a way you said, look, I feel good. I'm going to win this argument. You actually helped me out, big dog. You said points and assists. And one of your favorite stats is points responsible for, correct? All right, Chris Paul doesn't have the most points responsible for in this series. That will be Giannis, 46. I like your face. Show his face again, guys. That's his face. Okay. CP3's right behind him, 45.3. So basically the same. But, I give the nod to Giannis, right? But the Suns are 6-0 when CP3 accounts for 45 points or more this postseason. And in these finals, 2-1. Giannis, who has more points responsible for, what is his team's record in those same games? Hello, anybody? Do that face again. You just did the 1-2. Losing record when doing what Giannis does. That's why I trust CP3 more, because somehow, some way, he knows how to activate, form the Voltron, or as my little son MJ always does, knows how to make those Lego pieces fit perfectly.